We're continuing to keep these sessions back to back because I know how valuable everyone's time is here, and I do appreciate everyone that is here. Yeah, Josh, talk to you later. Phil, welcome. We've already talked a lot about messenger marketing, email capture. We've talked a bit about having conversations with our customers and prospects. I want you to dive deep into that. Even give us the flows. How do we convert a conversation into a sale? What does that look like? Show me the magic behind it, because I think this is, to me, the secret to the next 5 years of beating Amazon at e-commerce and building out a niche brand. It's right in this customer service / pre-sales component.
Well, thanks so much, Derek. And it's great to be right after Josh when he's mentioning all those communication channels. And also the fact that you guys just finished your presentation on capturing dates where moms are expecting. And so my wife is expecting in 3 weeks. So I was just like, I need to put the due date everywhere and we'll get the most relevant offers. But yeah, thanks a lot for the opportunity to join you guys. So let's jump right into it. I'll share my screen and then we should be good to go. You let me know if...
I can see the screen.
Can you see full screen on the presentation? Yeah, that's amazing. Well, yeah, Derek, thanks for putting another one of those great summit, and there's great attendance right now. Thanks for everybody who's here. So today we're going to talk about how to transform your customer support from a cost center into a profit generator. And there's no better moment as we're heading toward the end of the summer into Q4 to think about scaling your ways to do support, because you're going to get that influx of tickets and you want to be as efficient as possible and drive sales from each of those interactions with your customers. So Derek is completely right. Amazon today is still dominating the ecosystem, and it's expecting again that they will drive 50% of all US e-commerce sales on Amazon this year. But does Amazon care about you as a merchant? That's a whole other question. And the answer is most likely no. Look at what's happening here on the screen. There is a sponsored link that has an offering for a natural health supplement. You click on it, so you paid for that click, and right there, Amazon hijacks your listing with a lower substitute. So the answer is no, Amazon doesn't care about its merchants. It only cares about its customer, which is great. It sets the gold standard as what to expect into online shopping customer experience. But then how us as brand owners do we build and deliver an experience that is comparable to Amazon? And the answer is through brands. So for us at Gorgeous, we're a big proponent of building sustainable brands for the long term. And what is a brand? For us, a brand, again, it's the customer experience plus the story that you build around this brand. And customer experience is really everything that happened for the customer post-purchase. So product quality and design, the operations and the logistics, so how fast do they get the products, and what are your policies regarding returns and exchange and things like that. And finally, customer service. So how good is your team at responding on every channel in a timely manner with the information that the customers are looking for? So let's dig into this in particular. 79% of all online shoppers said they would take their business to a competitor within a week after experiencing poor customer service. And in most cases, they will take their business back to Amazon. But customer service costs a lot of money and it reduces profit. At least this is the mindset that most e-com CEOs have until they reach a certain level. It's not perceived as something that can generate sales or profit for the business. So here at Gorgeous, we're here to change that by transforming customer service from a cost center to a profit generator for your business. And we have a 3-step process that we deploy with our top brands to achieve just that. First, we optimize customer support. So your most recurring questions, such as where is my order, how to apply discounts, how to return an item, we want to make sure that your team is equipped with the best practice to reply to that in the most efficient manner. Then we open up new communication channel. So we talked about SMS, Messenger, but also Instagram ad comments and Facebook ads. Are you there monitoring what's going on your pages, or at least everywhere where your marketing team is pushing content and marketing messages? Finally, we're helping merchants monetize customer interactions, especially through on chat and also on Facebook ad comments. So now we're gonna deep dive into those 3 aspects of customer support and how to achieve customer experience excellence in 2019. This is how most of your customer service teams feel right now. They're doing the same thing over and over again in a mostly disorganized way, stepping on top of one another without real clear process or end goal into these processes. But if we take a step back, we realize that there's a huge opportunity for optimizing customer support. 25% of all customer service inquiries are solved with only one message. So it's really important from the inception to have all of the customer data available in order to reply to that client with the answer that they are expecting and with the data that they are expecting. We want to avoid back and forth and get that number up. Then 35% of all inquiries are about where is my order, and 30% are about returns and exchange. So 65% of all the inquiries that are funneled through your customer service team right now are about 2 topics: where's my order and return exchange, and 25% of them can be solved in only one message. So it's really important to give to your customer service the tool that they need in order to reply at scale and fast to their clients. So if we look what's going on here, it's actually that we're inputting Shopify data points in canned responses. So let's say somebody's asking, where is my order? In one click, you can import everything that's happening in their account, the data points such as tracking number, tracking URL, and so on, and paste it in the canned response without having to go back to Shopify data points. By implementing Shopify data points in canned responses, you will save about 2 minutes per ticket, which is a huge difference over a day. And then the next step is to actually automate as much as possible those ticket answers, but using data points that will make it relevant for the customer. So let's take an example at what's going on the screen right now. Somebody is asking, a new ticket is created, and then they are asking where their order is in different language. Then we can know if the order was created less than 10 days ago, and let's say this is your average order delivery time, and there is a tracking number, then we can apply this where's my order macro automatically with their own data points. So this rule here, this macro here, gets applied automatically if somebody is asking where's my order and the order is less than 10 days ago. So when it's falling into your normal service level agreements, if you have shipping in less than 10 days, you can reply automatically or create workflows that will impact significantly the performance of your customer service team by either automating or optimizing the way that they work. Another great example of the use of a rule like this is to reply to somebody asking how to apply a discount. If the person already passed an order, then you want to check with customer service if it's eligible for refund. If they have not ordered yet, you might want to reply automatically, telling them how to apply the discount at checkout. You don't want them to wait for a few hours or even a few minutes for customer service to get back to them, telling them how to apply the discount. You don't want to create to block that purchasing flow that they're currently in. So rules are a great way to automate those type of functions that might usually add some delays in the purchasing journey. Your marketing team is extremely good at creating messages that get deployed on a number of channels. But it's equally important for your customer service team to be present on those channels and monitor what's going on with your brand. Today, we see that about 74% of all messages that are sent out by the customer service team are sent through emails. About 7% are sent on Facebook Messenger and 6% on Facebook comments, while 12% on chat. We don't even see Instagram yet on the radar. What that tells us is that there's a huge opportunity on channels, on unexploited channels like Facebook comments, Instagram ad comments, or SMS for the customer service to be present and monitor what's going on there and help customers there. Email is still disproportionately high, even though it's one of the core channels. For example, let's take a look at what's going on the screen right now. This is actually a real caption that's happening under the ad of one of the gorgeous clients. We won't disclose who it is, but we can only tell you they're very lucky. Basically, everybody on this ad is saying that they need the product, they want the product, they have an intent to purchase the product, but the customer service team is nowhere to be seen to help those customers buy now. This is a huge missed opportunity for that brand. Also, a lot of you have experimented with messenger bots in the last few years. It's been incredibly successful for many of merchants out there. However, most help desk system and customer service tools out there will create a ticket every time that somebody clicks on a bot reply or on a quick menu reply on the bot. This is incredibly frustrating for your customer support team, because if you have a subscriber list of several thousand people, you send out a bot, everybody starts clicking on those quick menu items, and it creates an equal amount of tickets, then your customer service team is completely submerged. And the only option that they see is turning off the messenger channel as a support channel. So at Gorgeous, we do things a little bit different. We import only messenger messages that are actually user-generated messages. If it's a bot, we leave it live in Messenger. We don't bring it in the platform, so that your customer service team is not overwhelmed with bot content. Finally, I'd love to see in the Q&As or in the messages, how many of you have tested SMS as a marketing message in the last 6 months or since in 2019? Just say yes and add a word or two about how was your experience. One thing that we've noticed with SMS is that it's an incredibly powerful marketing tool, especially on flows such as abandoned cart and win back. So you will send abandoned cart SMS to the merchant on your website with an offer to get back to your website. However, most of you probably didn't monitor the responses that were coming from merchants. If you actually take a moment to look at the responses, in SMS abandoned cart flows, unlike any other channel, people will tell you exactly why they didn't purchase. Because it's such an intimate channel, they will tell you, well, the discount code you gave me didn't work. The color that I was looking for, the item I was looking for wasn't there. or I didn't get my paycheck this week. Each of those interactions are an opportunity for your customer service team to close deals. So make sure that whatever help desk system that you're using, that it will import the SMS replies from your SMS marketing tool, such as Postscript, SMS Bump, Retention Rocket, and so on. Finally, monetizing customer service interactions is an extremely powerful way to increase your sales and your average LTV for your merchants. So we've seen that example a little bit earlier, where there was a lot of people showing a purchase intent on the Facebook ads. So for example, here, Kim is tagging one of her friends. Teresa is like, I want one. Then Kim again re-engages and say, I know you'd love that. So this creates a thread that you need to be present on. So what we've tested with a few brands is actually we created really cool little messages that were on brand tone, not overly salesy, but still that offered an incentive for the people seeing the message to visit the website. So for example, here we added discount code. That's like, for that store was a pretty low level discount code, only 10%. And that code is only available on Facebook comments, and it needs to be the customer service rep putting it in on the canned response. So what we've seen is that by replying systematically on every positive interaction on Facebook and Instagram, on average, merchants were able to drive an extra 5% in sales, 5% of their ad spend in sales. So that's extremely powerful because it adds a layer of free remarketing for anybody who's already interacting on your ads today. You want to be there monitoring what's going on. Also, chat campaigns are another amazing way to engage with your clients at the right moment with the right messaging. So what we suggest you to do today is to, if you have the capacity to monitor chat, at least even in a part-time way, is to build chat campaigns that are relevant for the customers depending on where they are on your website. Here, the philosophy is to talk to the customer just like you would if you were a retail sales associate in a retail store. So somebody walks through the door, lands on your homepage, you're just welcoming them to your website or to your store, just letting them know maybe you have a new arrival about something and let them hunt a little bit, right? But you want to be there, you want to be seen, you want to be sure that they know that you are available. Then if your customer is looking at a specific collection or product, let's say they are in your store looking at a pair of leggings, you want to tell them a little bit more about your leggings. Maybe you have a promo or something on them, on the Lycra leggings, and that they can use the legging 5 for 5% off. And then you can ask them also if they need help finding the right size for the leggings. So you want to use every opportunity when a merchant is on a collection or product page to add an objection busting statement directly on the chat campaign. If you're selling shoes, it can be something really simple. Do you need help finding the right size? Most women go half a size up. This is an extremely powerful statement that will empower your customers to purchase now without talking to customer service. If they do have a question that is keeping them from buying, then they won't hesitate to ask it. And finally, if somebody walks up to you at the cashier and they have some items in their cart, well, it's a great moment to let them know that you might have a little upsell proposition, or ask them if they found everything that they needed today, just like you would if you were in a real retail store. So just to recap on this page here, what we're advocating for is that you think like a retail sales associate, your top performing one, and that you create messaging that are engaging, to your clients depending on where they are in their purchasing journey on your website at a specific moment. And why is this tactic so powerful? Is that now you can measure how much pre-sale inquiries, so somebody that is contacting support before purchasing, are actually converting into sales. So for example, we see from this dashboard, this is actual dashboard, that a certain merchant got 270 pre-sale inquiries, so people that contacted support before purchasing, and 31% of those inquiries, 31 of those inquiries converted into actual sales. And that's an 11% conversion rate, and it drove $2,400 for that merchant. And what's even more amazing is that you can split that conversion breakdown by agent. So now you are able to provide your agent with incentives to close more deals through customer support. Let's say somebody closed more than $1,000 in a week, give them a little $20 gift card or $20 bonus for that week. They will be extremely motivated into selling more on chat and other channels. So just as a recap here, how do we achieve customer experience excellence in 2019? First, we allow your team to get their head out of the sand and optimize their most frequent workflows, answering questions such as, where is my order, how to return in exchange, and so on. We want to make sure that they have more time on their hand. More time to manage more communication channel. So you got to monitor what's happening on Facebook, what's happening on your messenger bot, and more importantly than all, you want to be monitoring what's happening in the SMS replies that are coming back from the marketing messages you're sending out. Finally, you want to monetize customer service interactions. Use every possible opportunity on social media by segmenting the positive interactions and having specific responses for them, and also by creating chat campaigns that will be engaging with your clients depending on where they are in their journey. And by implementing this strategy, we see that most support teams achieve a 30% efficiency gain within a matter of a few weeks. They also experience a slight improvement in ROAS. And finally, if we look at the average conversion rate on chat, which what we see across the board right now is about 20% from a pre-sale inquiry into an actual sales, it's much higher than your current conversion rate that you have on the website. So adding this to your arsenal, especially in time for the holiday, will be incredibly powerful to boost your conversion rate on website. The only caveat with chat is that you first need to achieve the efficiency gain in order to have the enough manpower to monitor chat. So that's it for Gorgias. If ever you're interested in talking with us or trialing us out, well, we have a special offer for anybody who's on Derek's webinars. So you can just mention that you were on Derek's webinar and that you want the second month free, and we'll be more than happy to put that for you. And also, we can really get you onboarded and set up from any help center that you're coming in a matter of a few minutes. So yeah, don't hesitate to write to me or call me or text me. It's all handled. You can send me an email at phil@gorgias.io. I'm available if you have any inquiries at all. And as always, it's a real pleasure to be with Derek and you all guys here today.
Thank you, Phil. 3 minutes to set up, a lifetime to master is how I think about it.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and there's a lot of value in getting that free customer success, because I know you guys don't give it at every stage of business, but like just with any other tool, it's not about just turning it on, it's about how you use it to its fullest. And for me, or for what I see right now in the ecosystem, is people are making huge mistakes when having conversations with, like especially pre-sale conversations, they're just answering the question because they get paid per ticket, right? So they just want to answer questions as fast as possible because that's their reward incentive. And by answering a question, you forgot to engage and convert. So a lot of times you're leaving a lot of money on the table. They're like, do these come in red? You're like, yes. And it's like, yes, they come in red, blue, and this. What size do you think you are? Do you have any question like about this? They also go great with this other product. Like, there's so many more things we can say than just yes, right? When we've got somebody on the hook, you would never walk away from them in the store like, yes, they do. Bye. Good luck with your purchase.
Oh, exactly. And that's amazing. I'm just skimming through the comments as well that were left on the chat while the presentation. And like, yeah, I think it resonates with a lot of merchants here today on the conference. Like, yeah, SMS abandoned cart. Like, people are doing it. It's successful. You know, people, when they're replying, it's to tell you why they didn't purchase. Like, what better opportunity that you have? You have their most intimate, like, channel. They're telling you why. This is feedback like that is actionable right now. Like, if something is broken on your website, like, this is the thing that you don't want to look at your Hotjar report in a month from now, something like that. You want like know right away what's going on and why people are not converting. And this is the best exit intent kind of survey that you can be running through SMS. Yeah, I love it. Well, thanks everybody who replied.
Yeah, Phil, thank you so much. We could talk, more about the chat and customer service, and we probably will get deeper into it in the next event on operations. But one final thing before you go, what do you say to like marketers? A lot of people here are marketers in their company. What do you say to the marketers that aren't even involved in customer service? What can they do to bridge this gap or make these things come together?
Yeah, great question. When you're planning a campaign, think about the replies that you're going to get and the workflow that you're creating on the other end. And also you can think about ways to engage customer service in your campaign. So let's say you're creating a contest online. You're like, hey, everybody, comment on this ad, yellow, if you want a chance to win the yellow backpack or something like that. Every time that they comment, it's going to create a ticket behind. So then you can have customer service re-engaging with everybody that comments yellow and on your ads, and then having them visit your website through a special discount code that's like yellow that is being added on the comments below the customer service. So you can really be creative in the way that you're bridging like the first messaging out, then the expected behavior that from your customers, and then how that behavior is going to trigger a response after that from certain customer service. And that customer service, then the role is to drive traffic to the website that is like still like counting captive to where your message is and drive it back to your website. So there's really a lot of ways on many channels that you can be creative with that. And even like if you're sending email campaign, like you can ask for replies. The only thing we're saying here is ask for engagement. Ask for people to chat with you and train your team to close deals.
Keep the conversation going. Don't kill the conversation. And I think, for the most part, most people can be re-engaged, and that will increase conversion rate. And it's usually pretty obvious when you should shut down a conversation as well.
Absolutely. Like liking a Facebook comment is one thing, but actually starting a conversation with your brand, I mean, there's nothing more powerful.
I love it. Awesome. Phil, thank you so much. We are going to bring in our next speaker, Matt.